we're at a pace to have our best sales awards year in probably 10 to 15 years. What we wanted to do is get much more into a value sell. How do we get our customer exactly what they need, as opposed to how do we sell our customer what we're capable of doing? And selling to Zebras was a great fit as far as our business model, and it was a great fit with our lean initiatives. We're a very focused lean manufacturing facility, and the selling to Zebra process worked and fit very, very tight with the rest of what we were doing in lean with our operations and our accounting and all of our other areas. And really, sales was our last area to become engaged in the lean process. Our process before was less focused on closing our customers' gaps. They would have a problem and they would want it resolved, and we didn't always understand exactly where the customer was coming from. A lot of our competitors can make pretty similar products, pretty close to what we can, but where I think we're trying to differentiate is make sure that our solution is truly the fit for what our customer needs and what they want. And I think that's where our process now has changed a lot. We were very much an activity-based sales group in the past. Print samples, have meetings, have a phone call. Selling to Zebras has now turned all that conversation into, great, you had a meeting, what did you get done in the meeting? Did you close a gap? Did you move the customer closer to a solution? In the past, always the financial reward is focused on how is Serigraph going to win. We also obviously look at that, but the business case also allows us to see how the customer is going to win, and that helps our salespeople deliver that message of value to the customer when they actually deliver the business case. We talk a lot about what should be happening and what is actually happening, and the scoring system for selling to Zebras allows us to put that into some quantified results as opposed to some anecdotal response. We've used the qualitative scoring process with selling to Zebras to engage our salespeople in a weekly, what we call a pipeline review. And in that review, we walk through all of the key opportunities that we have, and we talk to how are we going to move these opportunities from a red to a yellow or from a yellow to a green. And rather than have a conversation about the phone call we're going to have or the dinner meeting we're going to have, we talk about things like, okay, this project is funded. However, we're a little light on the ROI. Our customer and us, we're not quite synced up on where our ROI is relative to either another technology or where another competitor is. Or we have a service gap. How are we going to show the customer that service gap? We have a way to fix it and to make sure that they get the service they require. So it's a very proactive approach, as opposed to talking about what we did last week. We're talking about what we're going to be doing this upcoming week. Through the first 6 months of this fiscal year, we have sold more than we did all of last year. And I would attribute that entirely to our new process. We're looking at things differently. We have metrics around our process today that we didn't have before. But more importantly, we have a path to close. And that was always something that we didn't take enough ownership in the past. We're able now to determine much sooner in the process as to whether or not we will see an opportunity move up the scoring. And we say goodbye to some opportunities a lot sooner than we have in the past. Our velocity through our pipeline has improved. We know right now that our pipeline turns over 2 times a year. We estimate that that's probably about a 25 to 30% improvement over where we were prior to selling to Zebras. And why it's improving? We're seeing more opportunities, we're seeing some bigger opportunities, but we're also seeing some opportunities that we don't think we have a good chance of winning. We cut bait on those a lot sooner. And why that's so critical in our business is that we have a lot of technical and development resources that go into our products. And when we consume those resources on an opportunity that we don't think will get to the finish line, that's all waste in our world. I think in summary, I would say it's the best lean sales process that we have been able to find and have ever seen. We talk to things like organizational alignment. We talk to how do our operations align. And then also things that are more unique to the opportunity, such as the service level we provide or the technology needed. And all that combines to form a pretty nice package that we know very early on if we think we can win or lose this. And we know very early on whether or not we can provide the value to our customer that they deserve and what they're asking for.